Alright, we've got our next crew battle up right now. You can hear it in the background, but don't worry, they're just doing a button check and they'll taunt when they're ready. I'll make sure that we jump right into the action for that. But today we have Starlight versus Barbairic. Great name, I'm going to be honest. We'll see how these two do, and it looks like we're going to get into the action as they have taunted. Let's get this one going. Those are not the right team names, as I did not update my scoreboard. But we do have Kreia over on the side. Did I need to open that as admin? No. On the side of Starlight, pardon me. And then for Barbairic, we have Zeno. Barbairic. The one thing I forgot, just when I thought I did it all right, and oh my goodness, what a great start there. As Zeno will take the early stock, they'll be able to go back to ledge, completely delay out the invincibility. And all looks good for them early on. I believe this is a small 15 stock crew battle. Do a quick check of the teams. I forgot to do that. I was all certain of my setup, and oh my goodness, that's 2 stocks down the drain. Starlight off to what I can only describe as a terrible start, as Kreia just cannot find any momentum here against this villager. Forward air will keep him to the outside, still struggling to steal the stock. Not gonna be able to go for the down air, but the back air will collide with the balloons, and it'll cause just a little more fighting to go on. Up tilt, not gonna connect, but he does get that pickup off of the neutral air on shield. Things looking okay for Kreia. Not looking too hot, but, you know, keeping himself in it. Still trying to find the damage where they can. Nice dash attack, puts the damage down. Gonna be able to get the down air jab reset. Huge bowling ball read, but they're not gonna get the hit. Up tilt once again, looking for the back air. Ends up going for the up air, and just nothing is connecting for Kreia to be able to get this kill. At 144%, Zeno should not be living. Dash attack knocks him again to the outside. Kreia looking for a down air. Not exactly the best way to get rid of a stock here against Villager. The down air into the bowling ball. That should and will seal it. And a 3 stock to kick things off as Zeno just runs him through, and Starlight is in a rough position to start it off. It's a pretty bad input delay. Well, one of you is playing out of Zurich, so I'll do that. Give me just a moment to check the Twitch channel, but my goodness, what a hell of a start there from Barbairic. Absolutely running over the first opponent. And, you know, that's just credit to the leader there, sending in the right player to be able to get things done. A lucky call, obviously, to an extent, to be able to win that hard. You know, you don't expect a villager to just crush like that. Yeah, that's just very fortunate. Oh my goodness, can caps lock just work for me? There we go. Yeah, hell of a start. 3 stocks in favor of Barbairic, and there's a lot more game to go. Yeah, we're just having a conversation about where people are from, trying to figure out what was with all the lag in that fight. It's why we started to see those hard reads coming out from Zeno to be able to try and put stuff away. And you know what? They paid off greatly for them. The pressure that comes from it, the nerves of having to be the starter in the first place. You know, you saw it with that jab reset. They immediately went for the F smash the other way. They probably could have gone for just an F tilt to try and finish it off, but regardless, you know, this is the situation we find ourselves in, and now somehow Starlight have to come back from this. This match, just asking them about the player count. Yeah, but hey, thank you guys for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you all here. we're early on in this crew battle, and it is a 5v5, so it's now a 4 versus 5, and the only thing that Starlight have going for them in this situation at the moment, obviously they can always come back, but as it sits, they have a counter pick. They get to pick the stage, they get to pick the character, and they get to, well, try and figure it out from there. Not much else to really do. Ditto is going to be sent in next from Starlight, hoping to try and put things back in their favor. Just a unfortunate start for Kreia, though. And you know what? You don't want to blame them too much. They did end up in a pretty weird matchup for them. And top of that, they got bullied a little bit with just their weak recovery. You know, Falco, if they don't have their jump, they're not getting very far. They do have a very strong recovery if sent laterally, but if they get sent vertically, it's not looking good. But Ditto will come in. They are all locked and loaded. Question is now just of the bans. Yeah, Ditto's still just asking for the bans. Xeno asking if he's allowed to know the character. That is not the case. You do not get to know character to my knowledge. I can check if you need. I'm gonna check just to make sure that I have the right rules on that, and I guess I'll show you guys what I'm looking at, just so we can play that fun game. If I just go to, whoops, nope. There we go. This should do it. Behavior and ethics, player send-in rule, lag procedures, crew battle cancellations, multi-watch list harassment, lag, neutral start, power, flare. They don't actually say anything, I guess, in regards to how the banning works. But normally it is, oh yeah, I'll do that, man. No worries. Been commentating for a while now, so I've kind of gotten this on lock. And if I hadn't, there'd be a problem, you know? But as I know, for most regions, the standard procedure is you pick stage, then the winner picks their character, then the loser picks their character. So in this case, it really doesn't matter who your character is. Ban's gonna be Yoshi's Final Destination and Smashville. So now it's a question of what Ditto actually wants to do. And looking this over, you know, they're up against a villager with the bans of the small triplat, FD, and Smashville, given that they don't like, you know, what seems to be the very limited platform stages. Yeah, Town is a good pick, and that is what Ditto will opt for. I think that's the way to go about this. I was going to go with just the simple read of, hey man, you know what, if they don't like FD, they're probably not liking FD. They're certainly not liking FD for 50% of it. So, I mean, hey, there's options to be found, and my goodness, are you guys in for an exciting match? I can't believe we're going to get to see some of this high-octane gameplay between Villager and Min Min. If this, you know, we're going to be doing a little button check. If this doesn't scream balls to the walls action the entire time, I don't know what does. Well, okay, we're going to have to actually do a full reset on the lag check. Yeah, no, this is going to be the most hype match you see all day. I mean, if this one isn't, you know, just right down to the wire, last hit, last stock, and by last hit, last stock, I mean they're still on their first stock, and we've drained out 9 minutes, and there's a combined 23%, then I don't know what this matchup's going to be. Alright, well, we should be into it in just a moment. It seems like the players are okay with the completely unbearable amount of lag that Nintendo has left in this game, and They don't bother to add rollback or do any support for the online community outside of reducing a couple frames of their nearly 10 frames of input lag. So, hey, keep up the good work, kid. Anyways, we'll get into this one. 3 stocks aside the taunt to kick it off. Not really necessary, as, they're both at 3 stocks. So, we can kind of actually just use the call of the announcer, but swings on either side. Ditto, pardon me, trying to find their hit where they can. Not working out too well early on, but now that we've worn a few more seconds into the match, they've scrambled together a little bit of percent, and it's starting to go their way. Just gets themselves around the bowling ball in neutral air to send them to the outside, and they'll try and work off of it. Nice jump from Xeno. Not going to be able to get a punish, as Min Min is virtually unpunishable when she tosses out those 2 arms. Punishable, but virtually unpunishable. It's really just in you not reacting to the Min Min, but the Min Min reacting to you, which is absolute hell. Dash attack not going to connect. Xeno being kept towards the ledge a little bit. That's the bury. Almost gets the F smash, but I think they held onto it a little bit too long. If they just tossed it, might have been okay. Stock will go down. Starlight in a little bit of a better position than they were before, but Barbairic certainly not fretting in this position, as they're still up 14-12 and now up 14-11. That 3 stock lead will be kept, but for how long? There's only so much that you can really do to maintain it, and this is their counter pick. This is what they think. This is what Starlight, pardon me, think they should be sending in to be able to get the job done. Up smash? No, they're just going to block it out with the tilts. I understand the choice, but at the same time, when you have the ability to just launch the move right back at them, why not make the call? Xeno getting tapped up, Ditto getting tapped up by Xeno, pushing him to the outside. Ditto still trying to work his way through. Xeno's doing a good job of controlling that mid-range. That's where they want to be able to stay this entire time. Ditto's going to want you in, almost a third of the stage away from them, if possible. And then they'll try and deal with you up close, but they're not going to need to this go around. The Megawatt will connect and takes the stock relatively early. Caught him from mid-stage. And look at the damage. Look at the knockback that Ditto has on these moves. The dragon shot can just be so terrifying, and Ram with the way that it loops around the ledge can certainly shred a stock. Xeno still trying to find their way in. Double forward tilt, just keeping them to the outside. I get the other one's the special stick, but let's be honest with ourselves. It's 2 forward tilts. Ditto caught in his jump, getting caught on the roll, and what another good bit of positioning there from Xeno as they lock him out. Goes to the side, not getting caught by Ram. Only the balloon will get tapped up, and the Megawatt won't connect, but there's the dragon. And hey, that's what you get for trying to play a neutral game against this character, because similar to that of Snake, neutral game isn't neutral. That's their advantage state. Sucks to be you. I don't know why you lost on the character select screen, and why Nintendo does this to punish us. But hey, Ditto gets themselves the game, and life is good again for Starlight. Still a decent deficit, though. It's not the best thing in the world. They brought it to a 2 stock differential instead of the 3 it was moments ago. But it's a way to get things moving along. You have to start somewhere. You need to be able to find some level of competence throughout your team, some level of comeback through your team. You know what? Kreia came in. They couldn't handle what was put in front of them. People have bad days, okay? Sometimes you're going to step up for your crew, and you're going to put everything that you have on the table, and it's going to be everything that you need. You're going to have enough that you can ante up to be able to make sure that you win that hand, right? That doesn't quite work out, but stick with me. This time it wasn't. You know what? Kreia didn't have everything they needed. They ended up having to, they called the all in and lost. You know, they're out of the tournament. They're out of the crew battle. And you know what? They had a buster of a day. That happens. Sometimes you step up for your crew, sometimes your crew steps up for you, and right now, that's what we need to see from Starlight. Their crew needs to step up for Kreia in this moment. And you know what, it's a good start here with Ditto on the Min Min. I like what's happening. The Min Min is certainly a great way to be able to kick things off of a comeback. A zoner really does do a lot for a crew if they can play their role properly. They should be able to snag a few stocks here and there against whoever tries to counterpick them, especially a character like Min Min, where if the opponent doesn't have a strong start to the game where, you know, they can hit some sort of combo that just rolls the Min Min, I mean, for around 50%, you can really build up a lead and start to get a stranglehold on the game, constantly kick Min Min off the stage, go for some sort of lengthy aerial to be able to block any sort of recovery. You know, you really need a lot of things to go your way early on in a crew battle against Min Min. Otherwise, you're going to lose a stock. In a regular tournament set, you lose a stock here, you lose a stock there. Sure, you're down 2-1 and they still have full percent, but you know what? Each stock isn't as vital in a tournament match as it is in a crew battle. Stocks are your cash, they're your money, they're your currency. This is everything and anything that you can put on the line when you lose a stock. So you know that needs to come through when you send in a counter pick. But if it doesn't come through, especially when you face a zoner, Min Min, Samus, we saw earlier Villager, when they're able to hold out their opponent, it can be absolutely devastating. Little things like that where, you know, they don't lose a stock is really, really painful for a crew. If I get 3-0'd in tournament in a game, then I'm still down 1-0 in the set. If I lose a game last stock, last hit, I'm still down 1-0 in the set. Doesn't matter how close, how far, the scoreboard doesn't discriminate. But losing stocks, I mean, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. It's not good. And hopefully, from what we're gonna see, you know, good showing there from Ditto. We saw that Xeno was a reasonably competent player to say bare minimum about them. Oddly aggressive Villager, I'll give them that. But they were holding their own, they knew what to do in every situation, and Ditto was able to work them down and, you know, find the win. So, I mean, I really enjoy what I'm seeing here so far, but a lot will be riding on this second player and third player counter pick for Starlight. Hopefully they can find matchups where they feel comfortable sending in a zoner of some sort that'll be able to take stocks for relatively free and just go through like that. Yeah. Bans are going to be Battlefield, Yoshi's, and Smashville coming out for the Min Min, and that just makes sense. You know what? You don't want to deal with those stages. Battlefield, sure, it's palatable. You know, you can suffer through that one. It's not, I mean, suffer. It's not that bad. You know, the pain of it is Min Min's jump not reaching onto the platform, but then you have Ram and you can angle your aerials and all that stuff, so you're not too worried about that. Yoshi's story, I don't need to explain that one to anyone, but on the off chance that there's someone new watching the game and they're here to learn and they're trying to figure things out, the reason why you don't want to go to Yoshi's story as Min Min is you're looking for distance. You know, that's what I've been preaching this whole last little bit, is that Min Min wants room to operate. Yoshi's story? Whew, maybe the game's long, maybe not the speed run, but maybe the game's long, but that stage certainly is not. One of the most suffocating stages in the game. The platforms go right up towards the ledges. They're reasonably large platforms. There's very little neutral space that you get to work in, and you know, the largest pocket of neutral space in the dead center of the map doesn't even feel that neutral, as there is a platform that you can try and DI away to be able to get out of combos, to be able to get out of pressure situations. So there's just a whole lot of suffocation that happens to a character like Min Min that really cannot afford to have anyone encroaching on their space. It looks like Color's going to be the next player sent in, or at least their color plant. There we go. Small battlefield will be the counter pick, and this is a very good counter pick. No questions asked. As this is another suffocating stage. It's fairly small. There is more neutral space in the middle, which actually might be a negative for Min Min in this situation, but the 2 stocks are gone, so let's see how they handle it. And also the last ban of, I believe it was FD? No, Smashville. Also just another small stage, but Pig Raptor into the up smash. My goodness, that is some hefty damage. And Ditto really needs to find some distance for themselves. There's the back throw. Not going to be able to get the Ram into the Dragon. That almost certainly would have sealed the stock. You've seen the Twitter clips from when this character was released. And oh no! Oh my goodness! It was a long stock to end in such a short way. Mere 48 seconds in. And he's gone. A reversed Falcon punch will catch him. I thought he'd rolled through, but it looks like the slight rear back that Captain Falcon had to that shifted his model just enough to keep him in, to keep him in front, and that is a hell of a way to go down, and one hell of a way to be able to regain that 3-stock lead, but on top of that, absolutely devastating for Ditto to go down in that fashion. Right when they even got a shred of control of the match, it looked like Falcon could lose a stock. That one instance off stage, I mean, let's be real with ourselves. Falcon, not a great recovery to kick things off, alright? It's never been a good recovery. Wasn't good in 64, damn well wasn't good in Melee. That character wasn't seen in Brawl. You get my point. But Min Min also exploits that so aggressively. Lil Gamer. No, that's not how you spell that. Lil Gamer. Yeah. Gonna counterpick over to small battlefield, but like Captain Falcon just suffers so much off stage. Min Min exploits any character off stage. And had that connected, had that Ram or the Dragon connected, we're looking at a 2-stock deficit instead of the 3-stock deficit that Starlight is once again facing. Barbairic, you know what, they sent out a good lead, and then on top of that, they've sent out a really good counterpick. I didn't expect a Captain Falcon to do too terribly well, but it is a character with a lot of speed. It is a character that was able to 3-touch into about 50%, which is what I was asking for. They're testing out the lag. It looks like things are all okay. Checking Sable, the data packets are fine. The time between the packets looks beautiful. And we should be getting into this in just a moment. We'll see a taunt. Lil Gamer, don't hit him with the egg. Okay, good. Go back to the neutral start. Color gonna start off the platform and... whoop. Okay, I guess we're gonna full restart. But let's just break down this matchup for a little bit, you know, while we have the time, before they actually get into the thick of it. Will give me a moment to have a sip of water to clear my throat a bit. Both characters have absolutely belligerent side Bs, and I can't believe Nintendo gave it to them. When I'm speaking about Captain Falcon, he did not need that garbage. Give him a better turnaround. You made him... I mean, I can see to an extent, although this is giving Nintendo way too much credit, that I believe they'd have any knowledge of fighting game design. But they tried to make him a bit of a gorilla. They tried to make him a character that's going to hit you with the same garbage over and over and over, and you gotta find a way to deal with it. You know, that's why they gave him the armor. Wonder Wing having armor, that makes sense. It makes sense. You also gave it a limit, so, you know, it's not easy to use. But Captain Falcon with that side B, that needs to be something that is in Lil Gamer's head at all points in time, because at a moment's notice, you know, 120%, they're just gonna get rolled for their entire stock, and missing the full hop, that's costly. Looks like the macro ended up coming through, well, against color instead of for color. will certainly be costly. No, that should have connected. That was a good call by Lil Gamer. Unfortunately, getting stuck on the platform. Things happen. These side Bs, though, being used very liberally and not in a good way. You need to be making sure that you get damage out of these, and my goodness, that burst option going to come through. Falcon kick, sealing the stock. Finding a little bit of room for color already. And Starlight just is not having a good time with this crew battle. Lil Gamer, though, they have a chance. It's Captain Falcon. I feel like they can do something here, and whoa! Barely gets themselves out of the way with that Wonder Wing. Had the stomp come through. It wouldn't have been the stock, but hey, it doesn't matter. Let's not dwell on the past. That's the stock right there. The knee takes it. And Wonder Wing, unfortunately, won't. The kill sparks do fly, but Captain Falcon does not fly far enough until the second one drops him. But with an 11-7 stock lead, this is looking tragic. Lil Gamer needs to find a little bit of a better performance and fast. Catch up with the Wonder Wing. Gonna be able to go for the F tilt. Nice chase. And I'm looking for an edge guard situation. Lil Gamer isn't gonna be able to get a stock properly. You know, they're not gonna be able to get just a raw, you know, stage KO anytime soon. This needs to be a gimp. This needs to be something with a little bit more effort to it all. We're not gonna be looking for an F smash kind of deal quite yet. There goes the last Wonder Wing, potentially of their entire time here. Gonna make the recovery a lot more manageable, and unfortunately also a lot worse when you look at it from Lil Gamer's side. Oh, nice pickup there. Takes him out off the top. Lil Gamer might be able to pull back one more stock, sitting at 100% though. They're not long for this world. The back air of color puts him to the outside. Can he hit him? Oh no, he doesn't challenge. If Lil Gamer had just challenged, he might have been able to get the stock, as color had left themselves in such a terrible position. Dash attack gonna connect, but it's not gonna do enough. Lil Gamer, nice little projectile barrage, gets him with the up B, and it'll seal. The DI wasn't there, and he will just die for it. And Barbairic will have the biggest lead they've had this crew battle at 10-6. Apparently that was hellishly laggy, and I was not looking at Sable. I'm a little bit too focused on the gameplay. I'll see if I can pull up what the ping was. I should be paying a little bit more attention to that. That is, unfortunately, part of my job. What are we looking at here? Yeah, it's not showing ping. Neither of these guys have a router that is set up for me to be able to check their ping with Sable. Unfortunate, but hey, sometimes that's just the way it goes. I'm a little bit behind on my score sheet. But yeah, that is Color taking down another opponent. They'll snag 3 stocks there once again on small battlefield. I always find that a little bit weird when a player comes in and runs it back to the same stage that their opponent just counterpicked on. I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't be looking at things through the lens of the matchup that is in front of you, but I am saying that you do need to consider, you know, your opponent's comfort with where they're at. You know, that is a dangerous situation that you run yourself into in a crew battle specifically, maybe not in a regular tournament set. When you just, you know, give them that sense of familiarity. Same bands, not really lag, it's delay. Yeah, this is an NA versus EU crew battle. Not like it's like the best of North America versus the best of Europe. You know, it's not one of those. But it is certainly a fairly divided positioning. I can't do that. Regardless, we'll keep going with this crew battle. I'm gonna resend them the arena details. Just make sure everyone's going. And Color, they're looking pretty solid. You know, they had a wonderful start. Barbairic did from their first player. Xeno was able to snag 5 stocks. Now you've got Color in here. They've taken 4. I'm certain they're poised to take 5 with that 1 stock remaining. Barring a rough edgeguard situation, I don't see this kid not grabbing 1 more for themselves. I'm very impressed with the play. Is it anything, you know, unbelievably spectacular? No, you know what? It's pretty by the books. But at the end of the day, it gets it done. And in a crew battle, what you're looking for is consistency. You don't always need someone to be flashy. You don't need someone to have highlight plays. Although, that reverse Falcon punch was kind of nice. You just need someone to perform good enough. And you know what? Right now, if you don't think Color is performing good enough, then I got nothing for you. I don't know what more you could ask for from the kid. The next player to come in is going to be Scrub Leo. I might just call them Leo. It might be Lio. I'll quickly ask them. We've got them here, ready to go. This is the 4th player for Starlight right now. They are down to their last 2. Very dangerous position they find themselves in, as it could really fall apart for them on this player. You need to see from Leo, you need to see them take this stock without losing one of their own. Also, I didn't thank them earlier, but thank you to the player that we have in now, Scrub Leo, for following. If you're not already following, feel free to drop the follow. I do commentary for Smash crew battles and other video game events such as Valorant. I've done a little bit of League of Legends, Rainbow Six. So if you want to be able to follow me and my commentary escapades, you know, drop the follow. Simple as that. It's free. You know, it's free. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. Puts me a little bit higher in the Twitch analytics and gets more people to watch you guys, as Twitch might put me on their front page of like, oh, hey, wow, you watch Smash, random person. Here's Smash. It's like, you know, sweet. Regardless, we are locked and loaded. The characters are here, and we're seeing a Captain Falcon against a Pokemon trainer. Now, I like the Pokemon trainer pick. I don't find Pokemon Trainer to have any, you know, failing matchups. All around, they just handle things, you know? We are going to be ending up on Kalos as the counter pick. I don't mind this. Falcon does have a good top speed, but the early dash makes it so that they don't really take too much advantage of that. And with the way the ledges are positioned, it does again benefit Captain Falcon, but does Squirtle have the wall cling in this game, or is that PM? Honestly, uncertain. Regardless, we're into it. Scrub Leo, they're gonna need to get just this 1 stock done to be able to piece it together. And look at the early damage there from Color. Oh, a little high. That's going to cost them a big lag spike there. I'm surprised that didn't send any flags. Weird. Up B, not going to connect. No punish from Leo. He's just going to be able to get a forward air. Nice use of the side B, though. Belligerents to beat the belligerents. Nice armored move to get it done. Didn't finish the jab. Neither of them finishing the jab. I'm not sure if they were looking for like a grab follow-up or some sort of mix-up off of that, but, you know, it's not really available in this game. Leo will get themselves back to ledge. There's the on-stage spike with the down air, but they're not going to be able to do too much of anything with it. They can't even actually regain stage control until just now. Down air, looking for the back air, won't be able to get a connection, did not drift himself forward, and look at the wave land. It's just the little things from Color that get you a little bit excited. Gets the stock for themselves with that up B, and if you are not impressed by this kid, I don't know what you are. Color gets themselves the gentleman, puts him to the outside, the up air connects, but it's not going to do much of anything as side B kept Squirtle safe for the moment, but Ivysaur has to come out, 58%, a little bit dangerous for our little squirrel turtle. Jabs on shield. Not going to be too much of anything. Goes for the up B. I love the positioning, but there's the side B. Not going to be able to connect into the forward air. Up smash will not punish, but the up B will. Scrub Leo kind of getting the work right now. Back throw won't seal, but it sends him far enough out that Flame Breath will be a little bit of a pain. And what in the world was the hitbox that landed there? Scrub Leo will count themselves lucky as Captain Falcon. Well, I mean, they're a fast faller, but my goodness, did they fall fast on that one. I did not expect them to dip like that. Still, Color finds themselves a stock. They'll take 5 on the day, 1 more in that match. It's all bonus after you grab those original 3. And you're just not complaining if you're Barbairic. You're finally being pushed onto your 3rd player when you've almost pushed the team of Starlight onto their 3rd, onto just 3 stocks. Thanks, Pride. Appreciate it, bud. And thank you, King Kong, for the commentary props. I do appreciate it, guys. Color will finally exit stage. Well, they'll exit stage right, in actuality, but we'll see what Scrub can put together for themselves. It's a tough situation that they find themselves in, as they just don't have much in the much in the way of stocks to work with. It's a difficult position. They have 2 to work with. With 9 stocks remaining, they need to take another 4 if they want to set up their team for success. So they need to beat this next counter pick outright, and then they need to somehow trade 1 for 1 against the player afterwards. You know, it's just such a tough position they find themselves in. And it's been a rough crew battle for Starlight the entire way. But that isn't to disparage them. It's at, you know, the benefit of Barbairic. You guys have been watching it the whole way through. If you've been watching the YouTube video, you've certainly been watching it the whole way through. No, you haven't. You skipped over the Min Min versus Villager fight. You sad, sad bastard. Regardless, you've been here the whole time. Barbairic has just been playing well. Xeno came out strong against Kreia. They dropped the Falco, took him 3-0. Ditto on the Min Min, tried to get it done and did. Took it 3-2, was able to put things back into a little bit of a closer position. But Xeno did take 2 stocks. That's devastating. It's still a 2-stock differential that they had to deal with. And then on top of that, Min Min, the Min Min of Ditto was unfortunately not able to find a single stock against Captain Falcon of all characters. The Gimp machine that Min Min happens to be could not find the Gimp material, couldn't find a way to compress it, you know, against Captain Falcon. It's tough. We're gonna do a button check between Zemel and Leo. But we'll be getting into this one in just a moment. Whoops, hold on. This caps locked. It's gonna be a Donkey Kong to come through. That might actually be the gap that Starlight needs to bring this one back. DK has an insanely exploitable recovery. I don't think that anyone who's been on Smash Twitter could escape that knowledge, as Konga would post about it at least once every 2 to 3 days. Aerial Spinning Kong, please buff it. Dear God, Nintendo hates Donkey Kong. You can see through the absolute negligence that is the move Aerial Spinning Kong. And then that one time he was like, man, Aerial Spinning Kong is great, and then he quote tweeted himself and said psych. You know, this is just not a fun matchup for DK, and I don't understand why Zemel would be sent in. But I mean, hey, they're here, and they're gonna have to somehow, at some point, recover against the terrifying off-stage game that is Ivysaur's down air. Not Ivysaur, just the down air. Also the combo game of Squirtle, not fun to deal with. That little monster can really lay on the hurt. And at 96%, this is where Ivysaur is going to be able to start knocking you way off stage with these little moves. Nair, hardly anything about it, and it puts him away. Forward tilt, goes for the grounded spinning cone. That's certainly going to seal. Good roll read there. I mean, I think he might have just been dead to rights regardless based on the missed tech. But the point of the matter is that Zemel does find themselves the stock. That neutral B kind of works out. And it's going to be on Scrub to be able to just get a little hit here. There's the neutral air, finds the grab, tosses him to the outside, and whoa! Had he found that down air, it would have been devastating. But Zemel won't get it quite yet, but they will get caught and lose their stock up off the top. And now a lot more is riding on Leo. They need to be able to get one more stock, and what a grab! Almost has him with the ding-dong, but he won't be able to get the up air. And that forward smash won't quite work out either. Is this? That is! It was the percent! That coconut head will fire off right where it hurts. As he'll take the stock and put his team up 8-3. Whoa, hold on, that's the wrong that's the wrong that's the wrong screen. This is absolutely devastating for Starlight. There is little to no way for them to come back from this one. I don't know who they... More juice. Okay, the answer is more juice. I was going to say I don't know who they have in reserve, but they really need to put it together. Yeah. This is all on more juice to try and put this one back in their favor, and it's going to be a long time coming. It's just going to be a long time. A long time coming is a little bit different. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before they can, one, make things look remotely even, and an even longer time still, most likely, than when they'll be able to find any sort of actual semblance of a lead for their crew. It will be more juice, though, as the one to come through. We'll see what they can put forward. I'm not sure if they're actually, or if I've seen them before. Hold on, Starlight. Did they put them in versus Vincent Mortem? They did not. No, they used Smash Mouth, Master, Fro QU. Lil Gamer did play Banjo and Kazooie and did significantly better. And Ditto crushed it on the Min Min. Oh, I remember this. That one was hell. That was not a good crew battle. But hey, you know what? They've decided to place their faith in more juice, and that is exactly how you think it would be. It's more juice. We'll see if he's got the juice, if he's got what it takes to be able to put this one away. Or, I mean, hell, forget put this one away. At least make it look close. You know, make this crew battle look respectable at the end of the day. It's a 5-stock deficit right now. They're going to have to go through hell and back just to do anything of note, you know? More juice rocking the Squirtle profile pick as it sniffs a flower. That's actually adorable. Can I just zoom in on this? I can. I'm gonna show you guys this. It's actually really cute. Look at this little guy. Look at him sniff that flower. I think that's May's Squirtle. It's definitely not Ash's Squirtle. The reason why I say it's May's Squirtle, and this is weird, this is me showing my age a little bit. May's Squirtle is like kind of small. Like I remember when I was watching the show that I would see her Squirtle, and I was like, man, that thing looks tiny. I remember Ash's Squirtle being like, just kind of walking around like this the whole time. He just looked big. But May's Squirtle just always looked like small. How do you know different Squirtle? I have no clue, dude. I promise. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna type in. Oh no, that's left. I'm gonna type in Ash's Squirtle. Wow, holy crap. That was easy. Okay, so just like look at how Squirtle is drawn, right? In the early oh, that didn't help. In the early stuff. Like, this is Gen 1, Okay, this is, I guess, Nurse Joy's Squirtle, or maybe it was on loan from Ash. I don't really remember that episode. Look at Squirtle in comparison to the Pikachu. It's, like, bigger. Oh, that's Richie. He has, like, a burn on his hand. Look how big Squirtle is, like, towering over Pikachu. Now, if I type in, like, Maze Squirtle, right? If I type in Maze Squirtle. Oh, she also had a War Turtle. Oh, see? It is Maze Squirtle. Okay, I could also kind of just tell by the art style. Like, it was just so much... It was just different. Look at how tiny he is. This is a baby. This thing is a baby. It is petite. It is adorable. This baby. I just tell, man. I don't know. It was definitely the art style more than the size. But on top of that, it was definitely the size of the Squirtle that I was just like, that is a different Squirtle. That is not Ash's Squirtle. Anyways, we're into this one. Ping is red, but it's sitting at 82, which is actually really good. Yeah, now it's saying 85 and 81 is green or yellow. Yeah, no, this is good. Oh, 97. All right, that's kind of rough, but it's not too bad. That's actually some of the best ping we've seen all day. Thank you, Nintendo. Your online is garbage. Dear Lord, I hate you. Anyways, it looks like they're gonna toss themselves off the side. It's gonna be a Ganon to try and or Ganondorf to try and bring this one back here on PS2. I'm not certain how this is gonna go. I do like the counter pick to an extent. I mean, you're basically playing worse Captain Falcon. Like, in other games, it was kind of a little bit tongue-in-cheek, like, haha, worse Captain Falcon. Like, granted, the character has always been worse Captain Falcon. Like, Melee, it's just worse Captain Falcon to an extent, but it is also different to a greater extent. Brawl, the character was just garbage. Smash 4... Also really bad. And in this game, also not too hot. 6v6, might even be 7v7. Alright, cool. So we're not actually near the end. We're now 6 stocks to 11 stocks. We're getting a little bit more crew battle than you bargained for. Yeah, in this game though, the character is just exclusively worse Captain Falcon. You know, with the buffs to Falcon Kick just being a kill move, and a quick one at that, you know, a good burst option at something like 12 frames. 82 to 95. What was I saying? Oh yeah, down B is a straight upgrade when you go to Captain Falcon. Side B now is pretty well a straight upgrade. Up B is a straight upgrade. Move speed's a straight upgrade. Like, the only thing that isn't a straight upgrade is like how up air is a pseudo spike if you do the back hit of Ganon up air. Like, I don't know. Ice Glamour Girl, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Your first time in the chat, so, you know, cool of you to come through. Oh, is it 13 frames? Damn, oh, that was close. Is it actually 13? I swear it was 12. Eh. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna pop open ultimateframedata.com because, I mean, what else am I gonna do during this break? Other than make sure that I know frame data. Frame 13 startup. Alright. I blame Nurse. Do you know that Villager is a top 30 character? Dude, there's like 50 characters in the top 30. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. There's 3 characters that are in top 1. There's about 7 characters that are in top 3. There's about 12 characters that are in 13 characters that are in top 10. There's about 30 characters in top 20. There's about 50 characters in top 30. And about 8 characters are bottom 2. Like, only 1 is bottom 1 though. Fuck Mac. Don't look at your recent tier list? Damn well I will not. Anyways, we're into this one. It's going to be the quick slap into the grab. Big damage. You're going to see a lot of big damage, though, as these two absolute titans start swinging. Off stage. Ooh, good mash. Uppy. Okay, he's there. More juice will hang on for a little bit. The Nair gets him. Ooh, big choke slam. Can't get him with a forward air, though. I like the chase. Reverse hit of up air. Not going to be able to catch him. Mash. Not going to matter. No hope of coming back from that one. A Slowpoke will just fall to the bottom of the stage with a quick wizard's foot. Forward smash. Not going to connect. Oh, side B, not a punish against dash attack. Need to be a little bit quicker on that one. The forward smash won't get him either. Good ground pound, getting some damage down. Zemmel seems to be relying on that move a little bit. It does look to be stuffing out a lot of Ganon's options and is certainly awkward for them to, push through when they do actually do a grounded version. And oh my goodness. Oh, this matchup is just crippling to watch. I didn't expect it to be this degenerate. I mean, I know that Donkey Kong is going to rely on this kind of gameplay because, I mean, oh, okay, I thought you went a little low. Because, it's good. It's effective. It gets stocks. Why wouldn't you play like that? But at the same time, it's just so sad to watch a character get grabbed, get taken off stage, and they just kind of have to suffer. It's not like when Congo was doing it at, the first major of Smash Ultimate's lifespan, where, he would go for it and the entire crowd just goes, Yeet! Like, it was fun. It was exciting. This is just down throw and sadness. Instead of forward throw and just absolute hype of this big monkey man rearing back, and he'll rear back once more. As he takes him out off the top, the up air will crush it. And Zemmel just looks like an absolute champion, as now Starlight is in, unfortunately, an even worse position than they were just moments ago. As they're once again back at 3 stocks, but instead of being at 8, they're now sitting at a monstrous 10. For Barbairic, a full 7-stock deficit. I mean, it's tough, man. It's a rough position you find yourself in. But whoever's the last member for Starlight is going to need to dig deep. And after they dig deep, they're going to need to dig deeper. As there is just too much to get done here. Thankfully, More Juice did grab themselves a stock, They make things look that little bit better for themselves, but Zemmel, along with the rest of their crew, has taken 5 stocks on the day. Xeno with 5, Color with 5, Zemmel, their third and potentially final member, currently sitting at 5, but they only have 1 stock remaining, so unlikely to be the final member. Also, thank you to the new follows of Poor Life Choices. Oh, I know who that is. And D-Danger. Appreciate you guys stopping by and coming through. If anyone else wants to drop the follow, it's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a damn thing. And hey, puts me a little bit higher in the Twitch analytics. We'll put your guys' face potentially a little bit higher. Get more of you seen in these crew battles. And it's the thing I've been pitching for months and months and months. If you don't think 2GG is hosting a 2GG Wi-Fi saga where they might dip into the SCS and go, hey, who's the best player from all of these crews? Black Halo, who you got? Barbairic, who you got? Phantasm, Kame House, all these phenomenal organizations. Who you got? Who's your diamond in the rough that you got sitting there? A good way for you guys to get noticed is if my channel does a little bit better. Because when I succeed, you guys succeed. Also, thank you to King Kong 0712, Ice Climber Girl, and Xeno 3001. Appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out for the crew battle. Oh, I am not pronouncing that. Sayogi. We're gonna go with Sayogi. Is gonna be the next player, and we'll see how they perform. It's a tough position they find themselves in. They've only got 3 stocks to work with, but you know, we'll see. You know what? As long as you have a stock, it doesn't matter how far you're down. You can literally be at 999%, 1 stock, and your opponent has 3. But technically, you can still bring it back. You still have a way to make this function. It's not likely. I mean, hell, Fox Laser is going to kill you at 999%. Think about it. Like, you're in a terrible position, but you can bring it back. 3 stocks to 10, it's a terrible position, but you can bring it back. So, let's see. Maybe they'll bring it back. Oh, Sayosagi. Oh, look at that. They even include in their name, they include how to pronounce it. A little bit of a phonetic spelling. I like that. Very helpful for someone who had no fucking chance at saying what they'd written. Yeah, that should work. SCS, did NG already play? NG. We've had Color, Xeno, and Zemmel. That's it. I know, and I don't think NG played since he's... Yeah, we have not seen NG. Xeno, it's on your Twitter? Oh, Garu, your tier list. Alright, let's check out Garu's tier list real quick. Garu, what's your Twitter, bud? Heavy hitters. Alright, I'll talk about that after. Made it just in time to support Barbairics. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter if you're late to the party, early to the party, or you watch the party over on my Twitch channel, or my my YouTube channel, which is the exact same as my Twitch. So long as you get to the party, it's always going to be a good time. Sayosagi gonna toss away those stocks. They're good with the lag check. And we'll work our way forward in just a moment. See how they handle things. They are on the Wii Fit Trainer. I love this call as an anchor. It's one that can keep itself alive for a very long time through Salute the Sun. And through deep breathing, a little bit of percent can be brought back piece by piece. And then on top of that, they have a phenomenal up-close game. You know what? You're going to be able to brawl as a Wii Fit Trainer player. And if you want to back out, you do have that Salute the Sun, and you do have the Soccer Ball to try and slow the game down and tack on a little bit of percent. Play that zone game. Play that long con. And, you know, work your way through. Both characters going to go for a full charge of their move. That Donkey Punch is locked and loaded. And then over on the other side, you've got Soggy, who was sitting on the full Salute the Sun. Or Giant Punch is actually what it's called for Donkey Kong. And you've got the Salute the Sun that was used for the 26%, but there's the early spike, and my goodness, just running them over. Phenomenal stuff from Sayosagi, but they've still got so much more to go in this 9-3 crew battle. Villager in bottom tier. We gotta play? No, he's correct. Definitely correct about that one. All right. Let's look at this tier list just for a quick moment. There's not much to talk about in that matchup. You know what? Exploitable recovery of DK. Bad stage walls of Kalos. You know, to not hinder it more, but make it even more exploitable. You know, that's exactly what you're expecting to have happen when you drag a DK to Kalos. And it was just well done. You know what? Plain and simple. That was by the book. They put it together. And Sayosagi just hammers away. Kalos is one of Wii Fit's stages? Oh, no question. No question. Moving on deeper into it, though. This Wii Fit still needs to take another 9 stocks. They're going to be here for a damn long time. But while we're here, a little bit of something to pass the time while we wait for the next player to come through in this crew battle. What's his name again? Sayosagi. You can see it. Sayosagi. But yeah, let's look at Garu 95's tier list. So I'm going to have to assume that these are unordered because I don't want to assume anyone would put Wario as first. Maybe if played perfectly optimally, you could... What?
Tier list?
Yeah, you want to be in on this?
I'll take a look.
Yeah. Maybe if played perfectly optimally and you play lame as hell, you could look at... Wait, hold on.
They're a DeBuzz fan. DeBuzz thinks Wario is the best character.
I mean, I can see it to an extent because of Waft. It's like, oh, okay, so if I just use my disgusting airspeed and wait until I have Waft and just go for one of my Nair confirms, then, yeah, no, untouchable. I get it.
This is like the deepest question is like, what do you view as your tier list? By
Right.
putting Wario at the top is signifying that you're deeming Wario the best when the character's played like optimally.
Yeah.
But the reason I don't put Wario up there is because in most tournament settings and scenarios, you're never going to be given the perfect environment to make Wario like perfect.
Yeah.
He still has really bad matchups.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he still struggles with disjoints. He's not particularly fast.
Walled out very easily.
Yeah,
Like his
so-
airspeed, phenomenal. His air acceleration is absurd.
Yeah.
And his air top speed is fine as well.
For me, I put him at number 6, but he's still top 2.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Good pick.
Putting Joker at second. I mean, you put Wario in first, so putting Joker second. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, have it. Pokemon Trainer this high. You're insane, but this is
We're running
always
off
that...
we're running off the logic of Wario in number 1.
Yeah.
So that means again, it's like PT played perfectly well is actually really good.
And, you know, given the fact that PT, by its design, does have an answer to every matchup, I get it.
Which is upsetting to me that Pika's that low.
Yeah,
Because
because
Pika
what
played
is...
perfectly is the best character in the game.
Oh yeah, 0 to deaths, 100% of the time.
Everything.
There's like...
I watched Shiny Mark yesterday at the
All true.
tournament. It was perfect.
Yeah. And to counteract your Wario's very, very lame gameplay, if they were to play perfectly, T-Jolt.
Yeah.
At some point, you're getting caught by a T-Jolt. You literally... Either you're eating a T-Jolt or you're getting caught by an up-tilt. And if you get caught by an up-tilt, you should...
Wait, is this
should
online or
get 0 to
offline?
deaths.
That's the biggest question because I'm seeing some like strange
A
discrepancies.
tier list, new patch.
Before the new patch. So this, I'm guessing, I'm treating this as an offline tier list because
Yeah.
online tier lists you would put Rob number 1. So
Yeah.
and that's
The
not
one thing
case.
we do have here, though...
It's consistency with what a lot of people deem to be top tier.
Yes, and also consistency of an ideal, which I do really appreciate. You can have the most batshit opinion you want, but if you think that the best character is based on how fast their down tilt comes out, and you don't have Rob in the top tier,
Yeah.
then I start to call into question what you're saying. But as Pride has very, very quickly pointed out, you're saying what is this character played optimally, and like I can't disagree with their line of reasoning.
Yeah, at the very least, Pikachu is the top. Like, I don't blame someone for putting Pika that low because to people who aren't like invested with talking with top players or whatever, it's that the results don't show it. So that's why I can forgive a lot of people for putting Pika that low.
Yep.
There's some characters here that I look at and I think to myself, like, those are interesting choices, like putting ZSS low. But again, it's sometimes hard for people to see, like, what makes ZSS so good.
What makes ZSS good, in my opinion, is certainly the human element of the character. Like, we fuck up. We miss.
You miss a lot.
All right. Sometimes he do miss, and a big way to be able to create free misses is this, and the B button. It's that simple. Sometimes you hold down and you mash the B button, and ZSS is just somewhere like you shot that arrow on bind, and now it's on split. Like you've gone a damn distance when that happens.
This tier list is interesting because there's a lot of like
Yoshi's pretty up.
Mixed views with what people deem is really good on Wi-Fi and what you wouldn't be on online.
Yep.
It's just it just needs like a little bit of tweaking because DK is also not bottom 3. Some people think he is, but I don't think DK is bottom 3.
It's when you come to that optimal fight again.
Yeah.
Where if someone's
bad,
playing optimally against DK, they're spiking you every single time that you try and recover.
Wow, they have a lot of faith in their main.
Yeah, apparently so. As we'll jump back to the fight here. As it'll be the Pokemon trainer to come through. They think this is the 3rd best character in the game, and they're looking to show it here. As Garu will come through.
Wii Fit has 3 stocks or not?
3. I need to flip that.
Yeah, that's
that's Starlight on.
I think they're lag testing.
We have time.
I was big chilling in the other room.
So a good portion of it is. A couple of them were West Coast, which makes it help, as like one guy was in Germany. But another number of them have been East Coast, and the ping is, look at the ping, 52, 49, that's beautiful.
That's actually not bad.
That's phenomenal compared to what this internet, and by this internet, I mean Nintendo, not mine. My internet's god tier. Gives us most of the time.
Your internet is what do they call it?
Our internet.
NASA
internet. We got that NASA internet. We got that 1 gig up and down.
Yeah, 1 gig up and down is it's unreal. I see streamers like, oh, my stream's gonna be so great, and they flex their internet, but then I look at it and I'm like, still like a fraction of ours.
I look at other people's internet and they're like, yeah, my internet's so good. I have 75 up and down. I'm like,
wow.
I am I'm not trying to be a dick.
To be a god.
Yeah, I'm so far above you that I actually don't know if that is good anymore. I feel like Bill Gates. That's like, how much could a bunch of bananas cost? $12? Like, I actually just don't remember what regular internet is.
Match is starting.
Match is starting. We're into it, and Garu, I like the. Ooh, okay, that's really good follow there on the DI.
Fun fact: these are both Justice colors. Both his characters.
They are too. I didn't even notice. Good pickup there though from the Wii Fit. The Nair into the up tilt, solid damage. And Garu getting a little bit panicky with that up B. No need to toss up the waterfall.
I've never seen someone switch their Pokemon this much in the first one.
Yeah, he went from Squirtle to the Ivysaur to the Charizard in an absolute instant. I'd forgotten that they'd even touched up on the Charizard.
Yeah, they've been definitely switching a lot fast. I'm kind of shocked that we're already on the. I mean, we're at 90%, but starting off with the Squirtle to get that early percent was really good. But now we're really starting the Ivy. A little bit concerned now, just simply because. Oh, there we go. Simply concerned now because at 107 it's looking a little dangerous, but this is the spot you want to get with the Ivysaur. Ledge trap. You want that stuff.
That you do. But the one thing that they also have going for them right now is 9 stocks.
9
they
stocks.
Can give a couple.
You're right. I kind of forgot about that. I sort of looked at it because I just came here when they're at the deficit. Wii Fit is not one of those crazy comeback characters, but they do have deep breathing. They do have good projectiles. They control the pace of the game a little bit.
Exactly.
Right here at 120, I can almost foresee like a stock's gonna go down at this point. In this match.
Yeah, a grab at this point should seal for Sayosagi, but it looks like their entire deep breathing is going to get worn out by Garu, just keeping him away with the Razor Leaves and that ledge trap. Look at that, 156%. They didn't get to do anything with that deep breathing. And Garu now onto the Charizard, looking at this Wii Fit trainer the wrong way, is going to get the kill.
Yeah, and this is the part where just getting grabbed is so terrifying. Then it's going to make you drop shield. So then you get forward aired, you get back aired. They're going for Flare Blitz, and Flare Blitz at this percent doesn't matter for the recoil damage anymore because you're already at so high percent. What's an extra 10 damage to Charizard right now? So they can just start going. First tilt, perfect stuff.
Yeah, that's solid. Gets the job done. They'll still need a hell of a lot more. They're sitting at 160%, but thankfully, Well, never mind. I was gonna say your percent doesn't really affect you dealing damage, but I mean, when you go out off the top and die, then it becomes a bit of a problem. Guards, tap him up. Ooh, good work off the F tilt, but nothing off the grab. That needed to be something. It didn't need to be a ton, but it needed to be something.
Going near here, and just I love the Ivysaur play. I feel like Ivysaur is probably Guard's best. I can see it, and that's what's really important. I said this at the weekly yesterday. I commented. It's Ivysaur might not be the best Pokemon, but they have to be more than Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be really, really good showing here. Getting back from ledge, though, that's probably a PT's worst weakness.
Oh, no, it was a freebie! That was a re-grab! That is a free down air, take the stock, and try and push yourself onto the next opponent with 2 stocks still intact. That would have just set up Sayosagi, maybe not for complete success, but some level of success, and man, that Vine Whip almost sealed.
Definitely very good. Sayosagi, really nice shot, though. Oh my goodness, I would have got hit by that. Personally, I would have got hit by that. I wouldn't have saw that coming.
It's a good spot to take it. It was really just, you know, it wasn't lead. It wasn't like they were trying to make a read or anything. They put it right where their opponent was, and also just with the size of the ball, covers it up. Yeah,
that was really unfortunate. Tried to get the nair there, but the outbeat hit him off. We're on the offense game here, and yeah, getting the conditioning for the jump. That's what flamethrower kind of does. Yeah. It sort of forces you to want to jump.
It's that old Smash 4 Captain Falcon hold jab 1 at ledge as they just spam it. ZSS did the same thing because of their very, very swift jab. You know, that level of pressure, it's much easier to deal with in this game as, you know, your get-up attack is completely invincible. Yeah. It just swing, but, you know, it's still a little scary.
They can also just hold shield once you
just cancel.
So it's so good. Oh, nice parry. That was crucial because it would have popped them up. And you would have been able to fish for upgrades and whatnot.
Which could just seal things out. Back air, not going to connect. The forward smash won't either. Sayosagi needs to put one more away, but so does Garu at this point. As they'll be, just barely whiff on the down air, up air. You see that so often here in the Pacific Northwest.
The air dodge on that forward air was so crucial. Gonna keep them playing a little bit longer here.
Oh no, that is a free punish, the whiffed fly, and Sayosagi just does nothing with it.
Yeah, Garu's very panicky. They always want to go for up smashes, but I mean, when you're that, when they start to panic like that, in some ways it's like you're conditioning them to be like, I'm throwing out all these moves, try to punish me. You get antsy, and that's where the F tilt comes in, because that was like a really well placed F tilt, because they want to come in and just get hit by it. So yeah, I'll be right back
for sure. Yeah, you know, you do run into that issue with people just trying to... They're like, oh man, he's missing. I can get him. And, you know, as Pride said, sometimes you can't get him. You're not going to be there in time. You're not going to be able to find the hit that you're looking for. And, you know, that'll be how it goes down. As Garu, I believe, will seal out this crew battle. And it looks like they might be extending it one more. They did say they might extend it to a 7-man crew battle, which will, unfortunately for Starlight, put them right back where they were.
10-3.
Yeah, we put them right back to 10-3. Which, I mean, potential for better, but also potential for the exact same, and then you look kind of goofy.
Wait, was one of the people named Ditto so they could... Oh, never mind. I thought it was Ditto so they could, like, copy whatever character that the other...
No, he plays Min Min.
That's really funny if that was the case.
Garu is going to ban away FD Kalos in town. It looks like we have jumped this up to 7 players, so we'll punch it up for an extra 3 stocks aside. And I'll just give him a quick ask.
Just give him ask for confirmation.
Yeah. Otherwise, I will
get MVP. Who would be MVP on that?
Team? Right now, everyone's taking 5 stocks. I'm not even kidding. Xeno, 5 stocks.
Which is the EU side?
This side, right side. Color took 5 stocks. Zemmel took 5 stocks, and Garu just snagged 3 for themselves. So, you know.
They said yes.
Okay, we are extending. Sayosagi took 2, so they do take 3 on the day, keep things even. And we'll see who they drag in next. Let's go back to talking about that tier list, though, because I found that to be a little bit fun. And I do want to throw this up on YouTube. after it's all said and done.
Oh, you upload your Crewbattles to YouTube?
I want to now. Yeah, if I can keep it entertaining and I can keep it just, palatable for a YouTube audience, I don't mind doing it.
All you gotta do is just edit the boring parts.
No, I don't want to edit it though. I just want to toss the VOD.
You just want to swap the. Okay, that's
yeah. That's all I'm gonna do with it. But let's jump back over to the tier list. I don't want to talk about the tier list in specific. The exact placements, where Inkling is,
everyone's thing is subjective. Right?
Exactly.
A lot of people, it comes from your own personal experiences.
And that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I see.
Right.
I mean, in all honesty, it seems like it takes inspiration from other top players' tier lists, as well as own personal experiences. And one thing to keep in mind, now we have this information. This is from the eyes of a Pokemon trainer player.
Right.
Which characters can ledge trap really well is probably people that are pretty high. So that's another one.
It does. The Min Villager part out, Zeno, you son of a bitch. You're completely right. I'll get it done.
Just speed it up.
Yeah, just knock it up to 3 times speed.
Yeah, knock it up to 3 times speed. They have a very good faith in Kirby. But Kirby's so hard to put in a tier list.
Yeah.
It's some days I think he's better than Belmont. Some days I think he's worth. Belmonts are also hard because you fight. I fought the best Simon in the world. Yosfu. He's part of a really good crew. I fought some other good Belmonts and I'm like, damn, they're good. And then sometimes I edgeguard them and I'm like, damn, never. I don't know.
Yeah. Damn, never mind.
It's kind of tricky. By the way, hi Smash Mouth. So. Let me take a look here. I like how you picked that color for Meta Knight. It's the only alternate skin.
What?
The Meta Knight. Which personally I think Meta Knight's too high, but I think very lowly is Meta Knight. I think Meta Knight's very bad.
I would like to say they've got pit. They've got the pits below the Meta Knight.
They're probably thinking that pits. Again, pits become more impressive to you either by playing offline or finding really good pits. If you have not found a good pit yet, then it's not that stressful, and PT does well against pit.
Sure enough.
It's not that bad.
The one thing that I did want to get into, because it is what a lot of people end up having when they look at tier lists.
Yeah.
Is you were saying that people do things from their own experience, but sometimes people do things by completely removing themselves. And I'm one of those people. I like to try that. Exactly, but
it's not easy.
It's not easy. But my entire view of tier lists, a large portion of what I do is based on tournament results, but not tournament results alone. The ease of use also inside of a tournament.
You and I share the same idea.
Yeah. So Palutena being as low as she is, I kind of get it. But I don't agree with it whatsoever. The simplicity of just hammering away on Nair loops and ending with a couple up airs for a free 64%. I mean, why would I not think that as I do? Me, I personally believe her to be top 3.
Yeah,
I believe her to be in that 3 slot solidly, with Pikachu and Joker preceding.
Yeah, because I think
in said order.
When you not only do you have things it's just the reason is you have simple, easy answers to every situation across every matchup, for everything, and including people forget this. She has some best projectiles in the game. They don't look like the best, but they straight up are. Auto reticle and explosive flamer, conditioning monsters. They're really good. You get hit by just auto reticle when you're trying to approach, it stops you like quicksand, and then you're like uh-oh, and then you reset to neutral, but she has advantage now, so she gets to pick.
Yep.
So it's kind of good here. I like the Mii Brawler placement, by the way. That character's incredibly underrated. Fire to Pyro does a lot of good stuff.
Hell is he?
In between.
Wow.
That's good though. People are doing a lot of the cheeky Smash 4
I could be convinced. I could be convinced.
I think they're good, but maybe not that high. But I don't put Mii's on my tier list because
there's just so little representation. It's tough to tell if it really is just the strength of the player or if it does in part come down to unfamiliarity.
Yeah, that and in an offline environment, there's only one viable Mii, and it's Fighter. When it comes to online, they're all, Is this a mock or an actual?
Yeah. Because this is getting a little bit weird.
Because if it's a mock, then it's understandable. This is still round. Okay, yeah, then you have to play as your own. Oh, okay, weird, but fine. Still looking at this one right now.
Alright. This.
Lucario's way lower. Did you know you can mash out of their side B?
Yeah.
The one that kills you?
Yep.
That's really sad. Like, I didn't know you could mash out of that move.
You can also mash out of Incineroar side B.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder. And usually, like, it also catches you off guard when it happens.
Neither should be allowed, though.
Neither, yeah.
That when that connects, it connects. I shouldn't be able to mash out of Flame Choke. Like, I shouldn't be able to mash out of...
I don't like how they added that.
Actually, I can't come up with another...
You can't even mash... You can't mash
out of Chomp.
You can't mash out of Flying Slam from Bowser. You can change its direction, but once you're grabbed, you're grabbed. So, no, the more and more I look at this, the more and more I'm like, maybe
there are parts that don't make sense, and obviously, you know, this area always doesn't make sense.
Ike is way too low. Ike is super
good. The simplicity of the character.
He's good on both
strength.
online and offline.
Yeah.
He's really good. He'd be above, like I don't know.
Oh, Smashville's the counter pick. Okay, let's get back into the game itself. But yeah, that's the big thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to your tier list is just that whatever tier list you make sure that your top 2 tiers have a logical consistency. They have a theory about them that is just consistent. And the consistency of Garu's tier list is things in theoretical perfection.
The top 2, the top tier, and the other top tier, like the minus top tier.
Yeah.
Basically. And then high tier is almost
following that line of reason.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it at all.
Well, it's
but
not
I agree with the line of reason.
Sorry, it's not perfect with the individual placements. It's the characters themselves.
Oh yeah, no, I can agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
So, Terry Bogard.
Terry Booger.
Terry Bogard is against PT is a struggle for Terry. Actually, not gonna lie. He does not like fighting Squirtle. He does not like fighting...
Oh, this is actually Ditto coming back in.
Yeah.
Ditto is playing one more time. They're on an off character.
Wow, they play 2 polar opposites.
Very much so.
Oh my god. They play Min and Terry.
Yeah.
I kind of like the versatility.
I mean, it's nice to see. You know, you don't want someone to just...
about you playing Min when you switch to Terry.
True enough, true enough.
I guess.
Yeah. For sure. I gotta see what stage they take. Yeah, we have. But yeah, this. I mean, someone else is also taking care of it. I keep the score sheet for myself. It's for my own personal records. King Kong highlight. Yes, he did.
I have too many things to focus on. I have the music thing too, and like. Nathan's hype and all that other stuff, but because I actually already struggle to be like, wait, where are we? Did we lose 2 or did we lose 3? Sometimes you just kind of forget.
For sure.
You get so engrossed. Okay, here we go. So they fixed Smashville, right? That's what they're going to.
Yeah, that is the stage call at the end of the day. This is also the last. Well, it's the last player for certain now. You can do that apparently. It'll be a Terry to try and run this one all the way back. They need to take 10 stocks. And they didn't exactly have the same highlight performance that they did the last time they were on the stream with their Min here today. So I don't want to be a downer about the Terry, but I'm not exactly about to start pumping its tires.
Yeah, it needs to really go through here.
That's a great kick.
Yo, Ditto,
it's a good kickoff.
Ditto Terry actually kind of nice. When you start doing stuff like that with tilt chains and stuff, that I start to think you're pretty good. I don't know that. I don't even do it. But the fact that you did this is pretty nice here. The guard totally swinging things back in their favor, literally by swinging back.
Ooh, that's not going to seal, but 100%, the next one almost certainly will from that position. Still reaching for something, almost caught by the down air, not going to get hit though. The crack shoot comes through in time. And I like that I've seen from the online carries that I get to watch.
Yep.
That they're using crack shoot a little bit more in a similar way to Tatsu. Instead of it just being this weird randy burst option or helpful recovery, that is certainly going to seal it.
Yeah, I was going to say at 130 or something like that, that's when EX Rising looks good. And it kills off the top, so what should you do?
Okay! Yeah, exactly. Anywhere on the stage that you are, so long as, well, you're on the stage, they're done for. There we go, though. They'll find the single stock. The jumping jacks, yeah, I'll run those after.
He's very, very, this Terry was really clean.
Yeah, no, it looked phenomenal the whole way through. It was a little bit dicey with how high of a percent they were reaching, but, I mean, a win is a win is a win is a win. The scoreboard does not discriminate whatsoever, and he gets it done. It's looking a lot better for them. Color Plant, thank you for the follow.
Woohoo. Thanks, Color Plant. Yeah, I think that's, that match was really, really good. I was saying that this is again in the eyes of the hypothetical playing your best.
Yeah.
I think PT does do well against Terry.
For sure.
But at the same time, Terry, if he gets momentum, it's really good. And if you get them at the ledge, down tilt's a big, scary menace. You don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So
especially with the auto turnaround.
Yeah.
Like, the auto turnaround is what actually makes it so very literally big.
Yeah.
Because you're able to space with it properly at the ledge, and if they roll through, great going, dummy, now I'm hitting you the other way. Like, you're still stuck. You're still getting rolled for, well, rolling. There's no good choice in that position. You just have to make a choice.
You just don't have to react to any rolls or options. If they happen to roll and you're still pushing the A button, then we'll just...
Yeah, you just win.
Yeah, it's great.
The only thing you need to
banning
be worried about is...
Tri-Plats and Smashville. I like this. I like the ban of Tri-Plats because, I mean, he's a fighting game character, but at the same time, like, Terry doesn't like laddering people. His up air is really bad. And he doesn't like chasing people. He wants you to be level with him, so he can like chase after you with jabs, down tilts. If he's gonna buster rope and stuff like that, sure. Maybe even power geyser. He'll want to do it where there's only 2 platforms, not 3.
Sure.
Because the third won't reach.
Removes the guessing also.
Yeah. So if you get rid of that, what are your options here? Like, I don't think Yoshi's. Wait, Yoshi's is a pick in this format with SCS, right?
Tri-Plats, yeah.
Oh, all Tri-Plats.
Literally just saying that.
Oh, I thought they got rid of both. I was just thinking Battlefield. Okay, yeah, well then the Tri-Plats are gone, Smashville's gone. You don't want to go to FD. You may want to go to Kalos if your character has a ball jump. Yeah, that helps me.
Yeah. So what we're looking at right now in reserve is FD, Pokemon Stadium 2, Town and City, Kalos Pokemon League, and Small Battlefield. If I'm going anywhere against Terry...
Wow, you going to Town?
Yeah, I'm probably considering Town just because those platforms are a little bit weird. Yeah, I'll fight him when it goes to FD. And
highest ceiling too.
Is
EX Rising Tackle won't kill.
Sure.
As early. So yeah, it's the best one because Small Battlefield is too small. I mean, you can go to PS2 if you're comfortable with that, I guess, if that wasn't banned or whatever. But you can like Small Battlefield is obviously small, so Terry can just rush you down. You have nowhere to run. Your Kalos, you're giving him a lot of like freedom to play the flat stage.
Yep.
You have the side platforms, but I mean, Power Geyser reaches that. So if you're trying to come back and you try to use the platform, you just...
Oh, you just get eaten alive. It's a real threat that you need to worry about.
FD is not fun to deal with Terry.
Not the slightest.
So Town and City, even though it gives you FD like a little bit for a portion, I'd rather have FD for a portion than for the whole match.
Yeah, so, no, not even a question.
Like, there you have it. I don't know. We'll see exactly goes down here.
Does depend on also what they send in. If it's a zoning character, like if it's a Samus, then I'm not hating FD.
Yeah, Town still works, but
yeah, exactly.
Like, that'll be good. Our next player is coming in 2 minutes.
Alright, well, at least we have a timer on it. That's a fun thing to have. But yeah, no, it's a pretty wide open position that this Terry gets to work from, regardless of what stage they do end up on. Let's be honest with ourselves. FD isn't getting picked.
No.
It's
too dangerous.
It's like a 5% chance. There's a 5% chance we end up on FD, and it's because it's like
a
Samus, a Min, maybe a Young Link. Probably not, though. I think Young Link would still prefer Town.
Yeah, Young Link's platforms because they can throw the boomerang at an angle, either from the top, or they can throw it upwards when someone's up there.
Yeah.
So they can like get you, and they can jump. They can short hop arrow. So they don't. They like FD
Sure.
But for them to be like, you know, the cool young Link, they'll want to go somewhere else.
Exactly. Kalos and Small Battlefield are picks, but they're probably interchangeably 2-3 for the worst. You're really looking at PS2 or Town and City.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to Small Battlefield, you most likely, not necessarily, you most likely didn't want to go to PS2 in the first place, which then, once again, lands us at Town and City.
Yeah, Town and City seems like the place to go. And then the next one, like you said, would be Pokemon Stadium 2. Given the character they're throwing in, if the player's comfortable on that stage, don't let that stop you. Because Terry doesn't really benefit that much from PS2. He'll benefit from Small Battlefield, because it's typically smaller. His up tilt will actually reach from the platform, pretty sure. So it's pretty scary.
That little bit of claustrophobia that Small Battlefield also adds to the wonder of his turnaround. You know, when you pick, specifically at ledge, when you start picking someone up as Terry off of a roll, on a lot of stages, it's not that fun. It's not that great. You get a down tilt, you hit a little burn knuckle, and they get...
Cute.
Oh, nice. Little drum. You hit the burn knuckle, and, you know, you're happy that you dealt some more percent, but it's pretty lackluster. You lose stage control, or at the very least, like, neutral is reset.
Yeah.
It's typically not that great. But on Small Battlefield, you're knocking them off the other ledge. They're once again in a ledge trap situation, and Terry is just fast enough to, you know, actually make use of that position.
They're going to Small Battlefield.
Ooh.
Okay, this means that the character... I'm very curious on what the character is.
What do you want to guess the character is? Before it comes out, what do you think it could be?
Man, I'm biased, but if I'd go to Small Battlefield and take Terry there, I'd pick Chrom.
Pick Chrom.
I'd want to do it because I'd want to like rush him down with like nairs and fairs and get him off stage and stuff.
For sure.
Well,
here's the answer. Oh.
I can see that being better. And well, I don't know.
The character is so god-awful slow. For those of you that aren't, well, obviously with us and, you know, seeing the answers that we have in front of us.
They're not. They might not play Lucario.
Connection will decide who I play. True enough.
I can't wait for them to go Samus.
Yeah, that'll be a switch up.
Connection.
We have NG Plus coming in as the next player. It looks like they'll be running the Lucario just based on their history.
They've really gone nothing but Lucario.
Well, I do keep in mind that those first three that we saw were the same.
Oh.
These are all the same bracket, but it's yeah, it's all the same. It's the first. Here we go. Ganon. So that's Ganon.
Oh hell yeah!
So that's a little bit more Wi-Fi of them. That's Ganon. Okay. So NG is Ganon again. There we go.
Ganon hype.
Yeah.
I think Ganon is the one you'd play on.
Lucario again.
The lower Y. Yeah, buff Ganon. Is
buff Ganon. Okay, well, it looks
that.
like there'll be a Ganon. Not Ganon Plus. That's the name. Alright, well the Ganon is going to be the hover at the very least. We'll do a quick lag check, and the only thing that's going right now in favor of Starlight is the fact that the remaining player does still have 3 stocks. This is... I mean, I'm not going to go out here and be like, oh, this is one of Terry's hardest matchups. But this is a little bit annoying for Terry, as Ganon can kind of match the damage output.
Yeah, oh, he definitely can match the damage output. There's no question. It's just a quick neutral to get in there. At least Terry doesn't have push runs.
Remember that conversation we had to slowly explain that one day? Damage output versus damage opportunity.
Yes.
Ganon is a lot of damage output. Like a lot of damage output. Nair's cracking you for like 17. Forward air's some serious damage at like what, 15% or so. Something wild like that. Nair and forward.
Nair than forward is more than that.
No, I'm just saying like Nair was like 17.
Oh,
forward
yeah.
air was like 15.
Yeah, so
right?
that's huge, yeah.
But the opportunities for Ganon are few and far between. You know, they rarely get those easy ways in. They're slow, not only in the air but on the ground. And they don't have the world's greatest frame data. They have data for their frames.
They have data for their frames.
There is data, but it's not too pretty looking.
Yeah. There's still love for Ganon on Wi-Fi right now. We have Rickles, and then the guy, my co-caster last is also a Ganon player.
There you go.
Ganon's good. We're just gonna actually have to see how
they fare against
Terry. Wall him out.
Yep.
Keep him away. It's all about the tech chases too. You know, let's see you get a flame choke and they roll back. And we have smash ready, and that's gonna be good. We just need to see some crazy stuff happen. They want to steal this crew battle away even after the extension.
Yeah. The one thing I am looking for is like an aerial power wave to try and stuff out Ganon. Little things
that's
to try and
really good. I admit that. That's probably the best way to go about it.
Because you definitely don't want to go for like a Nair, though it does last a lot. With Terry's move speed in the air, and with the way that he doesn't really have it too far out on top of it being slow, you don't want to cruise out there with one of Terry's arrows. You're bound to just get smacked up by a game.
I just want to mention that Dildo's playing this perfectly. He's actually playing really well. He's using Power Wave to encourage Ganon to approach, which is awful. When he gets in, he uses things like F tilt to kind of keep him away. Crash shoot, he just sets neutral. This is the damage output, damage opportunity. He did quite a lot of damage. That was only the second time he's hit this whole game.
Exactly. So there's very few opportunities. Oh, that's a big Wizard's foot. Catch him with a Nair for going for that aerial burn knuckle. Good positioning on the rising tackle. Rising tackle will keep himself safe. That should be the stock. Good conversion into the rising tackle. Another one taken that way. Now 3 stocks to 8. It's not a good position, but it's better than they were moments ago.
That's so cool. That is very consistent. Because going for jab and down tilt are really nice. They're not really well ranged, but F tilt is. So that is real perfect.
F tilt.
Good spot dodge. Oh my goodness, that spot dodge was crucial. I would have popped him up for it. Okay, so. See what I mean?
Oh, there it is.
Popped him up for the up air.
Yeah. Oh, tech. Oh no, he double teched. He double teched, he loses out on go mode. That's the real devastating part about that. I mean, yeah, sure, losing the stock is, but it's what losing that stock meant, as opposed to the stock itself.
Yeah, losing go time means that, oh no, losing go time means he can't clean this up. And now because he can't clean this up, it's so rough.
He needs to be able to come out of this with 2 stocks still intact as well. There's no hope of getting this one done without 2 stocks still intact. Good roll back. Takes him to the outside. Not going to be able to look for the power wave quite yet. As NG just never left himself in the position. This is not right. Alright, we're hoping we can save it fix in a moment. Go mode is now available, but 150%. You know, this stock should have been taken ages ago, even against the heavy body outfit.
Oh goodness, yeah, that bird knuckle is just gonna get punished here. 32, 164. A down tilt's all you need. Land that down tilt, you do EX right attack. Or do you need to do that?
Alright, there we go.
You could do down tilt jab Buster Wolf. You can do that too if you want.
Not too bad.
Early spot dodge. That's the thing with Ganondorf, he has a lot of wind up. We said he has beta for his frames. They're not fast, but sometimes it works in his favor.
Yep. You know, in online as well, where you're making a lot of reads simply based on just delay itself, and you tend to do actions very preemptively. Yeah, you just have instances like that. NG might die for this one, actually. Yeah,
ow, and they
just
died.
enough. There you go. The power dunk takes the stock, but it's still 6-1. What a terrible position they find themselves in.
No, it's been pretty bad throughout this whole time I've watched them here.
Yeah.
It's been rough, but they do put up a fight. That's at the very least that's what they're known for. That's what they're doing. The Ganon was a good pick because maybe you'd think you just got to clean up a couple stocks. They did a good job at it. They took 2.
Yep.
But Ditto was still able to pull through here. That's interesting, because that counter pick, by the way, was not the ideal counter pick for that character. And honestly, given Ganon's never a good counter pick for really anything.
Ganon's never a good.
Like, you're doing it to beat the player.
Yeah.
Not the character. You did so good. Terry is so hard. Terry is so hard because given this online environment we play in, Terry is considered top 5. It's that good.
Off of results, you mean, right? That was the...
Off results, yeah. And just off of I think in general. Like, it's too hard. Again, we were saying it's all about reach. It's too hard to avoid his fast frame data, getting around him, and it's
damage
kind of
opportunity
the
with output.
Yeah, it's a Palutena thing too. Of once you hit a jab, just hit the A button a couple times, down B if you don't want to do anything, or do the shorty input, and you've done like more damage than cross slash Kadrima. It's silly. So he's easy to pilot for the damage output.
For sure. And just for those of you that are wondering what we're talking about when we say Terry is very good based on results, what those results are based on are a system that calculated everyone in, if it was like 1,000-man tournament, the top 128. It basically only takes the top 20%.
Yeah, well,
of a tournament.
It's a little bit more than that. Smash.gg data or whatever. What it did was it looked at the beginning of quarantine for the first 3 to 4 months. Looked at a lot of the bigger majors and tournaments if it had over like 50 to 60 entrants and deemed like, okay, who was. The smaller it was, they looked at who was in the top 3. The bigger it was like, okay, who was in the top 8, and looked at the best performing and worst performing. And Terry just was. Thanks to Riddles, thanks to a lot of other players that have a phenomenal Terry. Terry just Terry's very good, and that's why also Rob and Sonic are the best, because they're oversaturated and really good at what they do. Oddly enough, there was the one of who's played more, what's played the most, and what's the most successful. Despite not being played the absolute most.
What's up with alarm?
I had it set for waiting, but I woke up way earlier than I expected. Basically, what it was the actual best performing character on Wi-Fi in a vacuum by themselves, but not overall. You need to look at like their representation. Is actually Ken.
Huh.
He has the best. He has the highest win rate, but he's not.
There's like
a lot.
8 people.
Yeah, but those 8 people are like
crushing it.
Yeah.
I see that.
So
I need to toss this kid out the.
He had to stay to the end.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here.
Duck hunt time. Duck hunt will. Duck hunt's crazy, man. Duck hunt is slept on. We got to watch.
I'm glad you like it, bud.
We saw Nemesis and Olympus Rising is one I commentated a while back. And Duck Hunt just took like 6 stocks.
Duck Hunt is they were a very unexplored character in Smash 4. You were starting to see people, specifically Japanese players, show up to tournaments and show what this character could reach. And then you see this game where the character gets some reasonable buffs, nothing crazy, just a little bit of frame data here, some damage there, some changes you don't want for sure, and more people willing to play them due to just the brainlessness of the side B loops, or at least the perceived brainlessness of it. It got a lot of people to buy in. The character has been explored more, and they look very, very solid for the most part. No complaints at all about what they bring forward. Oddly enough, one of the few characters that got buffed from Smash 4, and that I look at and I don't go, oh, man, why you?
Yeah, no, I do like the way Duck Hunt plays here, and it's not a character you can just sort of pick up and go like, ooh, check out my snasty Duck Hunt.
Yeah, you
gotta put in the time, but those who do put in the time, they're really rewarded. And when you lose to Duck Hunt, they're like a zoner that you kind of go like, oh man, I lost to a zoner, but like they do cool stuff with Can, and they're chaining their aerials together. They're waiting for Can to hit you up, and they chase you with up air. I think that's kind of cool. So you're like, oh okay, well, I just got outplayed here, right?
Was the Duck Hunt tag something with Bear? No.
Oh, it's not Duck Hunt. They lied.
Oh, it's a Cloud.
Cloud beats Terry.
Yeah, that's the full statement there.
Only a little bit.
But enough that if you just beat your face in on the back air button, you'll find a way.
I'm a master at this, man. Yeah. This is my character. This is my.
This is your wheelhouse. 3 stocks to 1. You've got to be able to just slam your face on the controller and back air your way to a win 3 stocks to 1.
Now, I'm not going to discredit Cloud mains because if you're a Cloud main, I respect, but you still have to play Cloud like well. And I almost want to say, when I say well, I almost mean in some matchups you got to play him kind of. You got to like blow him out, do a lot of And yeah. What's happening?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I love the Terry movement. Very funny.
There goes the shield.
Are they good?
Yeah, I think that'll be the end of their little check. Looks like this guy actually wants to go by Komu, even though they showed Chihuahua as their name.
Chihuahua, I think, is their. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna use Komu, which means I need to learn Disable and check that real quick.
Oh, did you actually have to change their names?
Names. Cool.
That's good.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at that.
Oh yeah, no, that is a list. That is a list.
Komu basically soloed the crew. Okay, if they can solo the crew, that means they know what they play Cloud and matchups really well.
It means that they can take one stock.
If you roll your face over the A button, it's Cloud, and you just hold forward. It's not actually the way to go. You still want to like spam back air like no tomorrow, but you got to do it with finesse. You know, you have amazing applications for one move.
Very true. All right. Well, we should be good.
What a diss. That's
Something. Yeah, we should be able to get into this in just a moment. Komu and Ditto should be ready to go. Alright, there we go. We're into it. Should be the last fight of the crew battle. Komu versus Ditto. 1 stock to 3 for this fight, and if somehow we get to another one, 1 stock to 3 once again, there is a lot that needs to go right here for Ditto. And again, this is another matchup where if you could get an offstage power wave on a character that has to recover low for whatever reason, it's a death sentence, but you gotta get there. And oh, that is just super upsetting. Down tilt, not putting him into a position where he was able to actually get off.
Yes. Okay, this card knows what to do. Okay, thank
Great
goodness.
patience.
Yeah. If you wait after up tilts, like I respect that, because you need to do up tilt, and then wait. I love that.
Little things like that. It's all it takes for someone to be able to recognize a level of proficiency in a character. You know, you need to. It's all fine and dandy to know what to do when your opponent is getting hit and how to be able to react to their DI. It's another thing to be able to react to the gameplay.
I think that's they still do the Wi-Fi thing of you know, it's fine otherwise.
Okay,
oh, nice.
finish the jab.
They didn't use the cross line. That's okay though. You gave him 73, so that's already pretty substantial.
Exactly. You know, as I was throwing out earlier, so long as they whip back airs, they should be able to get this done with 3 stocks.
Big cross slash there. If you're throwing out back airs, they tried to whip punish back air, but whole fun fact, you actually can't really whip punish back air. It's -3. So it's, if they whip it, they just do cross slash. If you have it in the space or punish.
Easy as that. Ditto's still trying to hang on right now. That'll be go mode. Didn't want to do that to themselves. Any touch here is a kill. And oh, okay, not that one.
That blade beam was really nice, but I think that we have to hold up here. Back there, it let me play yet. It will look like it will, but okay, now it will kill. Yep, okay, definitely kill.
Dangerous position. I like okay, he's dead for that. He's a little too low.
Okay, I just want to be real.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you know, wait, I get it 145. He was down. That's such a low finishing touch.
Yep.
Like, that was just cheese. I wanted to absolutely just be funny.
Oh,
that was so nice.
That could have sealed it. Live this, but he won't live another one. There's the... Oh, no, he had to go for the up B. He didn't want a suicide side B. I get it. Suicide B. Oh, he had the freebie. There was just a big whiff there by the Cloud, but he still has go mode available to him. He can get this catch, one little touch up, but it's...
Okay, I have a read. I think he's messing it. I don't think he's actually trying to kill him. Notice he's just like waiting back and charging. I think he's just trying to play this move. I'm dead serious. He could have killed him back a bunch of times, but he's actually trying to play this move. Watch this. He's got limit. He's wants to do something cheesy.
I don't think he's going to be able to get...
Rip the finishing touch. Rip it. You won't.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he butchered it!
That's actually really unfortunate. No, he lost limit. What are you doing? Okay, now he's just got to finish this off now.
Yeah, this is getting to a sketchy position. I'm not sure he's playing with his boots so much as he is actually kind of just handling the matchup how you should. You don't want to face Terry head on and see him. No! My goodness, he misses the input again. I mean, that just can't happen from Ditto. Back throw or down throw. Whoa.
Down throw.
Okay, Ditto's done here. He's not having any more of it. A couple stocks will be taken, but he'll say enough of that.
Yeah, I noticed he did the wrong input.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, it was just Terry turnaround sometimes.
Yeah, to do it properly, you have to like actually be holding the direction for like the same amount of time you would to do a charge input.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, you do want to go back to ledge. It's like, yes, I do want to go back to ledge.
The one thing I will say that is certainly sorely missed from Smash 4 is that whenever you got hit, you turned and faced your opponent.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, was a hell of a shot at Corrin. Corrin definitely liked that mechanic.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
Character was a hell of a lot of the recovery. But, hey, that is going to be the crew battle. Don't worry about the requests in chat. I'll handle those after in a moment. Congratulations to Barbairic as they will take it for nothing. When
that became closer at the end there.
It did become closer.
Thanks to Ditto.
Yeah, that was a very solid performance.
6.
9 stocks.
9.
4.5. At the end of the day, though, we do have to give one player that really put it together in my mind. Whoever was just kind of the standout, the man of the match, as you would have it called in soccer. And I believe my call. Maybe some people won't agree with this, but I certainly do. This match was won off of the back of the starter. I do believe that Xeno was your top player today. Sure, there were a lot of players that took 5 stocks. You saw 5 taken by Xeno themselves, 5 from Color, 5 from Zemal. Garu got 3, 2, yeah, so it was just those 3 that got 5. But I really like Xeno's 5 more than the others because it's what set the pace. It's what set the tone of this entire matchup. And I think that matters a lot in the long run and even in the short term. But yeah, hey, that's going to be the crew battle. That's also going to be the YouTube video. We're going to cut it right about here. Twitch, don't go away. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been fun having you here, Pride. Thank you for joining me.
Hi.
He's another SCS streamer. If you want to find Pride, you can find him on Twitter at PrideBrendan, Pryde, and then Brendan, BrenDan. You can also find him on Twitch at Pride SSBU, or SSB, pardon me. And then if you're seeing me here, you know where to find me. And you can find me on Twitter if you want to do that at Bay2Win, like pay to win, and then it's the number 2 instead of like TO, or TOO. Anyways, that's the crew battle. That's our time here, folks. It's been lovely having you the whole way through. But hey, as it always has been, and as it always will be, I've been Gamble.
Oh, I've been Pride. Hey.
You've been you, and we'll see you next time, whenever next time happens to be. So, bye. Have a good night. Or day. Whatever it is for you.